I'm Rene.
And today we'll be covering the Sun City Sci-Fi.
And I tell you, I'm looking forward to it. You know, we were all over that place last year. And this year, it's not going to be any different. I am so looking forward to it. For the Sun City Sci-Fi, again, it's going to be here in El Paso, Texas. And it's going to be at the El Paso Convention Center in downtown El Paso, March 14th through the 16th. And we got tons of guests to look forward to here. One of them that I absolutely have to talk about because I am really interested in seeing this movie. And we're getting the director, Mike Mendes. Mike Mendes directed The Grave Dancers, The Covenant Killers. Again, these are sci-fi horror movies that, again, get a lot of buzz, but horror movies not quite mainstream. But again, he also did Big Ass Spiders.
Big Ass Spiders, and we're gonna
we're gonna see Big Ass Spiders.
We'll be there at Big Ass Spiders.
Yeah, and you're watching the preview right now, and I tell you, you know, it's the type of movies I look forward to.
Yeah.
I like to watch those horror monster movies. You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to Godzilla and all those other ones. So yeah, why not? Let's go watch Big Ass Spiders. But you know, I haven't talked to a director ever.
Really?
No, I've never talked to a director. And, you know, I'm interested. I want to know, you know, how do you think about film? You know, how do you know, I want to get into a director's mind. I've talked to actors and all that who've done side stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Daniel Logan talked about doing, like, directing stuff because every actor wants to direct. But, you know, an actual director, you know, we've never had one. So I'm interested in meeting him. Following Big Ass Spiders, we also have one of the stars of the movie coming in. We got Lombardo Boyar, who he's co-starring in Big Ass Spiders. And this is a prolific actor, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of those guys that you've seen him. You know, if you see him, you're like, oh, I know you from somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was in X-Files. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds, Dawn of Planet of the Apes. You know, he's done tons of movies.
He's come out in maybe two of my more favorite. Two of my movies that I actually liked Angelina Jolie in. I'm not a big Angelina Jolie fan, but I really liked her in those two movies. He came out in Gia, which, you know, for obvious reasons, I really liked Gia.
Yeah,
he was one of the thugs, I guess, towards the end of the movie. And in, like you mentioned, he was Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in that. He was one of the paramedics in that. So it's interesting, you know. It's interesting seeing him in two of those movies.
Yeah, and again, he was in the Bernie Mac show, which I loved the Bernie Mac show when it was on. And, you know, he is one of these guys that, man, he's a very prolific actor. And so one of the things I want to talk about a little bit is, you know, the different roles he's had. You know, he goes from being a nice guy to a rapist. you know,
I think that's most actors in between that.
I know. No, but it takes a range to pull that off, you know. You know, a good actor can do it.
Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, we've talked about actors that we've seen that, you know, they're always the same character. I mean, we could mention some names. But,
well, I'll mention, you know, he's not doing anything. Sean Connery. Sean Connery is always
Sean Connery, yeah. You know.
I'm Sean Connery as a dragon. I'm Sean Connery in Gangsters, you know. I'm
true.
Sean Connery in Highlander, you know. It's just...
Yeah, Nicolas Cage is kind of in the same vein. He's always Nicolas Cage, you know, in every movie.
No, but this guy is actually different. You know, he pulls it off where he's completely different people in every movie.
Look, I've seen his page. Hey, he's coming up with something I know we're going to see because I like the Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That was great. That was a great movie.
He's in the sequel, isn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which is great. I'm looking forward to that, too.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's really, really, really good. Really great.
Yeah.
Especially if you've seen the earlier movies.
It's one of the actually better acted James Franco movies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's not stoned in this one. But
well, I don't want to go that far. I don't know.
We have a Game of Thrones actor coming to El Paso, actually, now. We have Esme Bianco.
Actress. We have
An actress. Well, they like to be called actors.
They do?
Yeah.
Right. We have an actor coming.
Yeah, that's the PC term, I guess. Because now they say best female actor at the Oscars and all that. So that's, that's a habit I'm trying to get. But yeah, actress, actor.
Obviously, I have not gotten it, but that's okay.
Well, either which way, she's a nice lady. She's nice to look at.
Yeah, that's.
But she's actually the first. I haven't spoken to anybody from Game of Thrones yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Esme Bianco, who she's from the United Kingdom. So again, we have an English person. I'll be honest with you, it lost me a little bit, and then it pulled me back in, and then it lost me again. So I'm kind of wandering in and out of Game of Thrones. But I know there's a lot of Game of Thrones fan out there.
Yeah, a lot of Thrones out there.
Bathroom break.
That was great. Okay, guys, bathroom break.
That's a Saturday Night Live skit about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, check it out if you haven't. It's great.
And, but still, I want to talk to her about shooting it and all that. Knowing that she's, I don't know if her character died or not.
I wouldn't know, man.
Yeah, I gotta look back. I gotta apologize. I think we need to watch Game of Thrones. I mean, really go through it, because I'm aware of her, but I'm kind of like, oh, did she, because everybody dies.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the people who you think is a protagonist dies in that show.
I think if you're the protagonist, you're gonna die in the show. It seems to work out that way.
I mean, it's like, who's going to die next, really? I mean, I thought people died like crazy in The Sopranos, but in Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
And if you're not dying, you're getting castrated or something.
That's horrible.
Well, I saw what happened to that poor dude, man. I thought the Red Wedding was bad, but no, man.
No, that was just the beginning.
I know. Speaking of interesting guests, one of them is C. Andrew Nelson. And C. Andrew Nelson is an interesting guy because he is an award-winning artist, actor, writer, consultant, motivational speaker, and all that. He's a special effects guy. But in case you don't know who he is the current Darth Vader. And I have to explain a little bit about this, because when we say Darth Vader, people think David Prowse. Yeah. James Earl Jones, and those were the actors who was the voice and the actor of Darth Vader. But Darth Vader still has to go on. We still, have Darth Vader cameos. We still have commercials. We still, people still have to play. And there is only one current Darth Vader, and that's C. Andrew Nelson. He's done Darth Vader in commercials. He's done Darth Vader in clips. He's done Darth Vader in video games and all that. So he's the current Darth Vader.
For me, I know more from his, I know more about him now because he's worked in he's been the artist in a lot of some of my favorite sci-fi movies. He's been in Galaxy Quest, which is great.
Oh, yeah.
Galaxy Quest was great. Visuals in that movie were impressive. They were good. He was in The Time Machine, which... but didn't get as much attention as I liked. But if you've seen it, the visuals in that movie.
That's the one with Guy Pearce, right? That was good. It never got the break.
Was great. Yeah, but it was great. Visually speaking, it's great. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I mean, there's a scene where they show the Doctor Doom and his cloak and all that was him. That was great. That was a great visual.
Really?
For me. They're like in Antarctica. And Doctor Doom is there, and he's taking on the Silver Surfer, and he absorbs some of his powers, and you just see his cape kind of flapping. I don't know. I thought that was very impressive visually.
It was.
Jumper, the visual effects in Jumper, which
I know he's the supervisor for ILM, or I think he still is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did all that amazing stuff. Yeah. Also have again a friend of ours. Kirika Yashida is going to be here. Again, she's an up-and-comer. She's made a name for herself in the cosplay world, and we know her personally.
Yeah.
We know her personally. And she's gorgeous. You're gorgeous. I've told her tons of times she's gorgeous. But, she's going to be having a booth. She's going to be taking pictures, autographs, and all that, she's a great person to talk to. I know this, and man, she knows her comic books.
Yeah.
You know, some people you think, you know, when they're cosplayers, they're phonies.
Yeah.
You know, like they just, you know, oh, I'm a pretty girl, I'm gonna dress up like Wonder Woman, and no, you know, some are the real deal. You know, where they know their stuff. Kirika knows her stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when she puts on a costume, she knows the character, she knows everything about it. And you know, one thing is when we talk about cosplayer girls, is that the phonies don't last. I mean, you go to the conventions and all that, they just get wiped.
Yeah.
You know, we seen that at the G4 van, you know what I mean? Where's Olivia Munn now? But when we talk about cosplayers, Kirika, again, worth going.
Yeah.
But not only that, now we got Tony Darling coming in. And we talked about Tony Darling before. And she's an amazing cosplayer. She really puts her heart into her costumes. She's Lady Thor right now. That's kind of, I guess that's her thing right now. I mean,
I just remember her as Mother Russia, dude. That was scary.
Yeah, her Mother Russia.
Her Mother Russia's great.
It was awesome, but yet I'm kind of scared.
Yeah. It's a horror movie thing.
The one I was actually impressed with, and again, not for sexiness factor, but she looked dead on. She was the bride in Kill Bill.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and she looked dead on Uma Thurman. You know, I mean, it was just amazing. You know, and she can act it. She knows all that stuff again. And another one that's absolutely gorgeous, Mary Doll.
Mary Doll.
Mary Doll, yes. I mean, her Harley Quinn, amazing. I'm gonna stare at Mary Doll for a while.
Yeah, until it gets you into trouble. Yeah, you're gonna stare at Mary Doll.
Talk about Mary Doll for a while. I'm staring at her.
No way, I'm staring at her. You talk about Mary Doll.
Well, I love her Harley Quinn costume. I like her Harley Quinn costume.
Yeah, he's only said it 3 times, so I think he likes the Harley Quinn costume.
But you know, she's nice as Poison Ivy. She's got the Daphne, not the Daphne. Was it Daphne?
Yeah, Daphne.
Yeah, she's got that Daphne look.
Yeah,
she's been
yeah.
Black Widow.
Yeah, I thought I liked the Daphne actually, but maybe it's just me and nerd girls. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's just something about that. And you know, she's done tons of nice costumes. I mean, the Black Cat costume, dead on. You can't miss her costumes. And again, she's an up and comer, but man, is she an up and comer.
We got Richard Horowitz, which I'm really looking forward to. I like this guy. I liked him, and he was the voice of Billy and Mandy. And
that's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, it was great. And Billy, man, I love Billy. Billy was great. And you know, I didn't know this till actually no, just seeing him. He also came on in one of my favorite movies, Summer School. He was in Summer School way back when.
Who was he?
He was a guy that didn't pass.
Well, yeah, they all didn't pass. That was.
No, everybody passed. Most of them passed.
Well, I'm not telling you. They're all in the class because they didn't pass.
But I mean, at the end of Summer School, I think he was one of the ones that failed, which is kind of sad because you'd have thought he'd be one of the.
Which one was he? See, I remember they had
didn't pass.
No, but I remember there was the dorky guy.
Okay, it was probably the dorky guy. Okay, it wasn't the guy who was a stripper. It wasn't the 2 special effects guys. Okay,
Yeah,
it wasn't the jock who was taking care of the pregnant.
So he was
So he was that one guy.
the nerdy guy.
The nerdy guy, yeah.
Yeah, somehow the nerdy guy who fails.
He fails, yeah. Exactly. That's what I guess. I don't know. That was
Yeah, I always felt sorry for. Okay, if that's him, I always felt sorry for him in that movie because at least the other guys had something going for them. You know. The stripper guy, well, he had yeah. You know, I mean, the 2 special effects guys, well, they were dorks, but they had each other.
They had each other, right?
And you know, they could come up with stuff. That dorky guy, he had nothing going for him.
Yeah, that's sad, but yeah.
At least if he was a dorky guy and got straight A's in class, well, at least
At least he had something, yeah.
At least you know he'll be like a Bill Gates or a CEO or, you know, create a bomb and kill us all out of revenge. But
he was also the voice of Alpha 5. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did the voice of Alpha 5, which really, I just remember that, yeah.
That's true.
Which, I gotta admit, got annoying a little bit. But, man, you know, people don't realize Alpha 5 was in the Power Rangers for a lot of years.
Yeah.
He was in, the original, of course.
Yeah.
He was in Zeo and Turbo. And then I think he was in Power Rangers in Space.
Oh, I know here he was in Power Rangers Wild Force. He was Alpha 7.
Okay. Yeah, they lost me after they went to Disney and all that. But I think I kept up with them until Power Rangers in Space or Lost Galaxy, which he was in both of them, I think. Like he was running the spaceship or something. But
and personally, came out of one of my favorite one of the animated things that I really liked watching was El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny Rivera. You know, for obvious reasons.
yeah.
It was Dr. Chipotle.
Oh God.
He was. It's interesting. He's got a pretty good trajectory as a voice actor. It'll be interesting to talk to him. You know, voice actors we've interviewed a few in the past.
They're crazy.
They're interesting guys.
They're crazy, man.
Yeah, they're crazy. Yeah, right.
They're
I was
crazy.
trying to be nice, but yeah, they're crazy.
No, all the voice actors we've met have been crazy, man. They're fun. They're fun.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. But yeah,
crazy is fun, you know.
Yeah.
Same thing. We're gonna meet Ricky Simmons, who is Gur in Invader Zim. And again, he's known as a voice actor, writer, artist. He was the voice of the robot in the dog suit, Gur from Invader Zim. He's also apparently written science fiction and fantasy novels as Hitherdra Lion, Rankle Chick, and his three-legged cat. Well, he's written sci-fi novels. And most noted for his color design on Invader Zim. He didn't create Invader Zim, right?
I'm not sure.
No. I think he's the background. Yeah, I know he's one of the artists.
Because I know Richard Horowitz did a voice in Invader Zim. I just don't know what.
Yeah, I remember that. But no, he did the artwork. He did the artwork for Invader Zim. So again, you know, he's going to be interesting to talk about. And then one of the other ones that we're looking forward to is Scotty Thompson, which I'm actually amazed she's coming, you know. She's credited for Skyline, which...
I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that, but yeah, she was, you know, Skyline was a sci-fi movie. She was the wife of Nero in Star Trek, and she's most notably for NCIS.
Yeah, she did a great job in NCIS. I liked her character.
Yeah, she was in quite a bit. She was quite a bit in NCIS. I remember seeing her in that, so...
It's interesting. Well, she speaks French, so it was interesting because her character was half French or something, so it worked.
Yeah, and again, she's done a lot of movies. She's done a lot of independent movies. I know this, so she's one of those that she's very prolific. I know that, so we're going to be meeting her again, having autograph sessions and all this, and let's give them a hard time quizzing them.
No, because they might turn around and start quizzing us.
I know.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Who knows? I'll welcome the challenge. Go.
But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an awesome convention. It's going to be at the El Paso. We're going to have an awesome convention. Convention dates again are going to be March 14th, 15th, and 16th at the El Paso Convention Center in downtown El Paso. Tickets.
Well, for a 3-day ticket, tickets, for all 3 days, it's $25 through their website.
Yeah.
And we'll flash you the website.
Yeah, I'm flashing you the info right now. It's going to be tons of fun. Yes, there's going to be costume contests. There's going to be activities. There's going to be, you know, it's one of those conventions where you're never bored. You always have something to do. There's going to be the vendors, of course. There's going to be games. There's going to be tons of things to do. So it's always busy. It's busy.
Yeah, and it was great. I mean, we went to it last year. I had a lot of fun. The vibe was great. You know, it was fun. And this year, they're adding cosplayers or more cosplayers. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be great.
Thanks, Ian.
Thank you.
But again, we're looking forward to it, and we'll be seeing you there.